What's up? What's up? What's up? How's everybody doing? It's been a while since I've been able to get an actual video uploaded, and I just want to say thank you to all those who have been following me, been watching my previous videos, been watching my live auctions on Facebook. It's been a blast. I've been busy doing all that, and I've kind of neglected my YouTube channel, and I apologize for that. So, just figured I'd jump in, talk about some different things, different aspects of comic books, and also toys, things like that. So, I have been seeing a lot of topic with signing books, and I have my own personal opinion on it. I don't go after autographed books very much. You really have to have a very sharp book, and the signature has to be placed perfectly for me to even consider getting it. I believe that signing books that you have absolutely nothing to do with, you didn't contribute in any way to the book, I believe that's actually a waste of a great book. If you have, say, Stan Lee, who many people think it's cute to have Stan Lee sign things just because. I've seen reprint Action Comics #1 signed by Stan Lee. You basically trash that book. That's my personal opinion. If you want to have something signed by Stan Lee, just go grab any copy of, a Spider-Man book or something that's actually relative to Stan Lee. I mean, Marvel Comics should be your wheelhouse to pull from. He has a ton of stuff. Unless you go with the Stan Lee series that he did for DC for the short period of time or whatever. Those books that he had pumped out. You can do something like that, but I honestly don't even think I would worry about anything DC period with Stan Lee's signature on it. I think the same thing about having actors sign certain books. I don't think that you should do it. Now, if it's an action figure variant and that variant looks exactly like the character portrayed by that actor, that would be a great thing to get signed. I mean, and my recommendation, honestly, for you guys, a good thing for an investment type situation would be go after the different action figure variants from the Star Wars franchise and get the actors to actually sign those. Sadly, you'll never be able to get another Carrie Fisher signed action figure variant of the Princess Leia, but you still have some of the other characters that are still alive and well, and it's a very smart thing to do for yourself now because you may not be able to do it later on down the road. So, just my advice on that one. And if you're somebody that likes to get autographs on everything, that's a good thing for you to have. If you're going to keep it for yourself and never do anything about it in the future, do your thing. That's what's great about these hobbies. If it's what you like, that's what you do. If you ever have plans on selling those items, you're not going to get very much money at all off of them because a lot of people won't share the same kind of interest and they won't put value into what you've done to a certain book or whatever. I would say I'm going to go ahead and show off some books now. So I have just tons and tons and tons of books, amazing books that I've had for years and years, and on occasion I just love to show them off. So we've got an Incredible Hulk issue #2. It's an awesome book there. These are going to be somewhat random, so just going to have some fun with it. Daredevil issue #4. This is a high-grade, beautiful copy. It's first appearance of the Purple Man. Another high-grade beauty, Avengers #22. And I apologize for the glare. There's going to be a little bit of glare off these My-Lite bags. Avengers number 23. Another high-grade beauty. Little Tang. Detective Comic 432. And most of these actually are really nice high-grade copies that I'm showing off right now. Detective Comics number 426. Green Lantern number 6. Awesome book. Green Lantern number 5. Most of these I actually have duplicates. Some of them I have 3 or 4 copies of, but you know, I don't always let them go. I kind of weed out when I want to. Captain America 123. I love the covers on these classic older books, man. Captain America 118. My advice to any collector, especially newer collectors, if you're going to collect books, you really should focus on the classics. Captain America number 111. Got a pair there. Nice set of twins. Both of them high-grade copies. But focusing on the classics, things that really will hold value far into the future. They're already proven, they've already held value, and with our comic book boom that we're experiencing right now, they're just going to continue to go up in value. And you never know which character is going to show up on the big screen or on TV or whatever, and really spike an appearance or something like that. So remember, try to avoid hype when you're buying, unless you're just like, I want that book, this is what I want right now. That's cool. I understand it. You know, everybody has those moments where they're like, I don't care what it's going to cost me, I want that book. But I would say that it's smart to avoid the hype and wait it out a little bit. If you wait 6 months after a movie hits, you'll pick up that book for a good amount of drop on it on the backside. It'll drop off. But again, when you're collecting, you should focus on picking up a lot of the older stuff up, because it is getting harder and harder to pick up the older stuff at reasonable prices. It's continuing to climb because a lot of the older collectors have started going and scooping all that up because they're seeing another movement on the modern push. There's so much of the modern books being pumped out. I mean, when they put out a new storyline and they put out a #1 copy, there's 6 different variants with 3 each on each variant for issue #1. So it's getting to be absolutely insane. And with that, it's going to crush the modern movement, and you're going to have to focus on first appearances and things like that through the modern books to even get anything of value for long term. So I'm just saying, if you're going after variants and things like that, go for stuff that's not just a common, you know, you can pick them up at any time, anywhere. Look for stuff that's like 1 in 50, 1 in 75, higher ratio, real low print run, first appearances, things like that. Alright, so here's some more awesome books. So here's a beautiful Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. #1. This is a signed by Steranko. This is a slab, obviously, 5.0 slab. Beautiful book. Here's a Rye #0. This is a 9.6 slab. Awesome, awesome cover, man. That's a classic cover right there. Here's a Marvel 2-in-1, Spider-Man and the Thing. This is the issue #2, the Thanos appearance in this one. Great book. Flash Rebirth issue #1. If you guys are reading the newer stuff, how are you liking the Rebirth? You know, first Superboy. Actually, it's not. It's him as grown up, because there's actually the first is in the Convergence. I believe it's issue number 2. I have copies of it around here somewhere. Several copies, as he's a baby and all that. So Magnus Robot Hunter number 1, Exo Man of War number 2. This is for all you Valiant lovers out there. Exo Man of War number 3. Exo Man of War number 4. There's a World's Finest Presents. This is issue number 188. Classic cover there. Batman number 184. This is a lower grade copy, but just a classic cover. So tons of great, awesome books. So much more. There's a copy of Saga number 1. This book is definitely heating up. It's one of those low print runs and hard to find in high grade copy. Don't pay any attention to the stickers. Those stickers are not accurate. This is a signed copy with COA. Saga number 1. X-Men 244, first appearance of Jubilee. Daredevil 158, the first of the Frank Miller run. First cameo and first full appearance of Bishop. Just some awesome stuff there. Let's see. Avengers issue number 20, another high grade copy. Beautiful book. Avengers number 19, First Swordsman. Avengers number 14. Now that's a classic cover right there, right? High grade beauty. Avengers number 7. All Out Chaos right there. Tales to Astonish. This issue number 96. I love the Tales to Astonish covers, man. Issue number 94. Tales to Astonish. So I think that's all I'm going to show off today. That way I can show off some more in the near future as well. Plenty more books to show off, but you know. So yeah, when you're collecting, it's all about your choice and how you want to approach things, because obviously in this hobby it's just like everything else. There's so many choices and options to do. I talk to people on a regular basis. They'll call me up or what have you and ask me my opinion on what they should collect, how they should steer their collections, things like that. I always tell them, go with what you enjoy, but I try to pull out from them what they really want to accomplish. And what I've been giving, what I've been telling lately is, rather than buying bulk and just going nuts and picking up 50 to 100 books at a time, when you're finding them cheap, whatever, blah, 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 go out and be specific in the way you want to approach something. So if you're looking at doing Silver Age, go after main titles and do issue 100 and below. You know, that way you can try and complete a full run of a main title. I know that's very daunting and challenging, but you can still do it pretty successfully and pick up some beautiful books along the way and have something that's a major accomplishment once you're done. It's going to be something that you're going to enjoy and you'll be proud to show off. If you don't do that, do first appearances, like nothing but first appearances in your collection, or you know, just pick some type of a theme or some way that you want to actually separate yourself from just having tons and tons of filler or something like that, if that's not what you want. The other thing I've been seeing as of late, I've seen a good amount of people picking up PGX slab books. Here's my advice on that one. Try hard to avoid PGX slabs. You can pretty much guarantee it's going to be overgraded by half a point to a full point. I know there's going to be some people out there that are huge PGX fans. And I'm not going to bash on them, but I can say plain and simple, if you're looking for the market to carry it, it's not. PGX slabs are looked at as the red-headed stepchild of the collecting world. Sadly, they've had some things that have gone awry for themselves throughout their existence, and it's just really hurt their brand. And so it's not continuing to get any better, and you're going to lose money if you ever try to turn around and sell off those slabs. If you're looking to collect books and you want to pick them up for a little less, then look for PGX slabs, especially on key issues. But just keep in mind, if you find a book that's a PGX and say it's the first appearance of Black Panther, right? And we'll say it's a 6.0. Try to pay for a 5.0 level book. Because you don't want to pay that 6.0 price tag. It's not going to pull that grade unless you can get somebody to clean and press it solid and then send it off to CBCS or CGC, which are the two main companies that I would absolutely recommend. But it will cost you more money, obviously, to do that. So I'm just saying that's probably not the wisest of all things to do. I have switching off of comic books. I hope that information helps you guys out a little bit. But switching off of comic books, I wanted to talk about a few toy issues. So I've mentioned it before, and I did see somebody actually post this again because they're awesome. But there is a toy called Mad Balls. And it's actually a toy that came out in like the 80s, and they were just super awesome, and it was a ball, and it had like a crazy face on it. They've kind of become a cool collectible thing by itself, so if you guys are into that, if you remember them and you loved them or whatever, Target has actually started carrying the new released Mad Balls again. And my plan is to actually go get a set because they're badass, and I would recommend you check them out and see if you can find some yourselves. I've seen already a pretty good amount of buildup on people trying to pick them up. They're going and scooping them up as soon as they're finding them, so it's something you might want to look at for you collectors out there that are into the nostalgia type things. The last thing I would mention is if you're looking at something that has some great value that maybe you can turn and flip, so you can put it back into like maybe your comic book collection, you want to look for the Monster High doll. It's the giant size, like 28-inch Scalita doll, and it was sold at Walmart. And right now, if you go in and check your Walmarts, check the clearance area, because a lot of those stores that didn't sell out of them have clearanced them out at like 35 bucks. Well, if you go online right now, you can find them no less than like 50 to 80 bucks. They're actually going pretty hot right now on like eBay. So it's something that you could get a return off of. Pick them up 35 bucks, and then flip them so that you can use that money to put back in your collection. You know. Man, I'm sorry, guys. So, I want to close it out by saying thank you guys so much for always following me. Make sure that you're checking me out on Facebook. If you don't follow me, make sure you shoot me a friend's request. I do my live comic book auctions every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday night at 8:30 Central Time. I'm doing more and more and more amazing giveaways and amazing books, just like what you've seen here in my stack that I was showing off. Those are the books that are actually going up in these auctions. Nothing that's filler. It's quality, super sweet, awesome books. So if you're looking to pick up some sweetness, that's the way you go, right? You know, just shoot me a friend's request. And again, like and share the video. Thank you so very much, guys. You all rock. I will talk to you again really soon. Peace out.